Hello, and welcome to The Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real entity in reality, and we can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. I'm currently just drinking out some juice because juice is what I got. But if I was drinking anything else, I would probably be drinking out of my cup mug. Yeah. And you can get your cup mugs at lanatcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. Get your cup merch, period.
Absolutely. And hola, I am Eduardo, the Mexican representative of this podcast. I'm here to talk shit, lehead. Today I'm just drinking some water. It's pretty late, so it's not time for coffee. It's not time for anything caffeinated. I'm not doing all that. I already go to bed pretty late. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all
Work.
Hello, guys. It's your favorite Black queer content creator, KaMorian, aka Sparkling Alien. And yes, I am enjoying my day off because of a hurricane that hit our state. Sending all the love to everyone on my West Coast. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you survive. Hopefully, you didn't lose any power. Hopefully, you're doing good despite the hurricane. Hope you survived.
Right.
But today I'm feeling a perfect 10.
Her.
Excited for our first This What the Stars reveal. Yes, of the season. I'm so excited.
Yes, we
And
are
I'm drinking
doing
water.
Oh, work. Work. We are doing Dancing with the Stars. We missed last week because of scheduling things, but it's okay because we all know how to bounce back and make it work. So we're doing episode 1 and 2, the premiere night and episode 2, because this felt right. It was a double elimination, so we're giving you a double episode. Duh. So this is how we do it here at the Cup. And before we get into it, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know what to do. Y'all see it. You love us. We love you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you won't know. So you will know when we drop every single video because we are constantly putting out content all the time here. And here at the Cup TV, where we do give you we give you mostly all of competition reality TV programming here. We're here doing Big Brother. We're here doing Dance with the Stars. We're here doing The Survivor. We're here doing Traders Canada. We got stuff coming at you left and right, period. So you don't want to miss anything. But we also have 3 other channels we would love for you to subscribe to. All of those links will be in the description below. Go there, hit those links, subscribe to all of our channels, as well as our audio podcast link so you can listen to us on the go because we put, sometimes you just want to listen to us in the car, on the bus, on the train, or whatever. We got you. And our Patreon link is down there as well. So if you want to get some early access content and exclusive content from here on the Cup, that is where you go. Join our Patreon. We got it all for you as well. And follow our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Period. You see it scrolling down there. Get it. So we're not going to take too much time because we got a lot to talk about. So let's get right into it. We're talking Dancing with the Stars. We're talking premiere night, episode 1 and 2. So we're getting into it. Yeah. Let's jump right into the first person. This is not in order of the dances. I will say that. I'm gonna let y'all know because number one, I didn't follow that much attention to who went first. I just watched them all at once and I didn't write all that down, so I didn't put them in together. But they're there, so we're just gonna go in this order. So let's start with Phaedra Parks with her pro partner Val Schmikovsky. And night 1, they danced the cha-cha-cha. And on night 2, they danced the foxtrot. So I'll start with you, KaMorian. We'll start with you. What did we think of night 1? Her cha-cha.
First, I want to say I love when the part, like, just the beginning of her dance, where she would start dancing like the whole like cloak, giving like homage to her
Trader's
time on
Eye.
Traders. That was such a good nod to being on Traders. And then I would say definitely she. I would say first when she first gone to, I think she kind of was kind of a little. I think the nerves kind of got the best of her a little bit, but then once she got really into it, she was really feeling it, and she was actually getting it. And then I would say definitely on night two for her false shock to, because it was Oscars night to Dream Girls. I think she did a very good job, like because she's actually feeling herself, and I really love this watching it for her and Val. They got good chemistry, good laughs, and and what a major parts. At this point, someone has to win, and somebody has to go. I mean, like that was such an iconic moment, and I feel like that is, for me, that was definitely pushing her, making it far with that iconic moment itself. But yeah, definitely a solid night for her. I think she needs a little bit more work on her feet and technique, but pretty much what a great start. Just her being there, the vibe, just making art a good moment already, good first impression. Like that's my girl. I'm proud of you, Phaedra.
Yeah, I was gonna basically say what you've said. On the first night, it felt like she was super confident and she just flowed with the music pretty well. But I did notice that there was a bit of issues when it came to the control of the feet. I was just like, I feel like that's something that she has to work on overall. But I feel like Frida's just so sexy and so like confident in herself. And once she gets into it, she does really well. And so she just needs to let go of the nerves that she always kind of has at the beginning and just kind of focus on just letting go and kind of just fixing up her feet because that's kind of the same like issue that I had when it came to like the second dance. It was also really good. You could tell that she loves this song. You could tell that she really likes this song, and this song means a lot to her. Uh, and it just, for me, it was so good to watch her dance this song. But yet again, she's just confident and sexy, and that's all I really want from Phaedra. Uh, she just such showed such good emotion, and that's really what I love. Just the feet. That's the only problem. The feet need to be worked on. That's it.
I agree. I think she did really, really good. It's just I wish she would have worked more on her feet. And that's just something that's going to come with time. Technique is going to come with time. On both on night one, I felt like she was just like you said, the nerves, a little nervous. Got to her a little bit. She kind of just lost a little step, but she ended it well. I think she regained herself and got it well. So I was very happy for her. Night two, I felt like she felt herself more comfortable in the dance, and so she was kind of like, okay, she liked the song, like you said, Eduardo. She liked the song, so she was able to put that emotion into the song, and I think she just gave it she kind of settled in a little bit. And I think a lot of people will I think we'll talk about it tonight, a lot of people settling in a little bit more in the dance and feeling more comfortable from night 1 to night 2. And so I really enjoyed her. I thought she did really well. I was not mad at her at all. So we see what the judges said. They gave her 19 for night 1 and a 21 for night 2. But here on the cup, we are our own judges. So we're gonna give our own scores and we'll see if we agree with the judges. So KaMorian, what would you have given her night 1?
My score for her would have been a 7.
Okay. Eduardo.
My score for Phaedra would have also been a 7.
Oh, maybe I'm the mean one. My score for her night 1 would have been a 6.
Right. Hmm.
Mm.
Now, what would our scores be for night 2?
My score for night two would have been also a 7.
Mhm.
Well, KaMorian, yet again, we agree. My score for night two would have also been a 7.
And my score for night 2 would have also been a 7 because she improved to me. So we agreed night 2. We agree with the scores on night 2, and we don't agree with the scores on night 1. But
Yeah, but
that's
just by a little bit.
just by a point.
A little bit.
But we move to Danny. and Mendola with his pro partner, Whitney. Night one, he danced the tango, and night two, he danced the jive. So, KaMorian, what do we think about Danny?
I would say first, I'm glad Whitney is back. Your choreography is amazing. I would say, the tango, it was actually not, it was a solid tango, but I will say, like, I agree with it. The judges would have said, like, I wish she would have came like more confident. Like you tell, like kind of like the nerves were there. Like you tell, like he got this, like he got the steps right. But thing is, I wish the free would kind of been more cleaner. But also, I want you to feel like you're here. Just enjoy yourself. Just let it all in the thing. It's perfect. But I think just the nerves, night one, but definitely, but week night two, definitely I would say I see a difference now. Like he actually is giving his confidence. The drive, it was a very nice job. Like he actually the feet was very good. I think I think what he just needed is just that confidence booster. Like that you can actually do it. Like and it was actually shown in the second one. So definitely, it was a definite kind of improvement from the first one to this one. So definitely, just keep on being more confident. Working on the feet a little bit more. But pretty much, definitely, he's solid right now. Definitely solid.
Yeah, when it comes to Danny, I think the biggest issue is confidence and being nervous on the stage. I think both times he did really good, but you could tell that he was nervous and like that there was just like something missing when it came to the connection with Whitney, and he said it on night two. He doesn't feel that like closeness because it's not his fiance, and so he feels a little weird when it comes to that. And I absolutely understand that, but at the same time, you have to start like having that chemistry with the person that you're dancing with if you want to make it far. And so I hope that he starts breaking out of that fear and anxiety and kind of like that nervousness that he has so that he can really shine because on both dances I saw a lot of potential. And so hopefully he just lets go and just works a little bit on like the bottom half of his body. The legs and the feet need a little bit of work, but other than that I saw a lot of potential and I can see him do really really well.
I agree. You know what I hope? I hope his fiance talks to him and gives him the okay. Because sometimes guys need that it's okay. You're not cheating. You're building chemistry with your dance partner. So it's okay to let go as long as you don't take it too far. You know what I mean? I hope she gives him the reassurance like this is for dance, this is your job. Think of this as you on the football field. You have a a camaraderie with your teammates, that you trust them and they trust you. That's your teammate. Trust her. And it's okay to, to have that chemistry with her as a dance partner. And then maybe he would let it go. But I thought Danny was a solid performer. I thought even both nights, yes, the nerves took over him a little bit, but not to the point where his dance was off. It was solid. He had the moves. Now he just has to work on the technique and the chemistry. But I think he did really well. And for a football player, I'm not surprised because most of the football players come out here and do really well on Dance with the Stars. What surprised me about him as a football player, he was not as light on his feet as I thought he would be. He was very flat footed a lot, even in the jive, where I was like, you have to be bouncy. He was a lot of very flat footed in his walking. He was walking like boom, boom, stumping instead of gliding. And so that's the only thing. He just needs to work on the lightness of his feet. But most football players are very light on their feet, so he'll probably get it. I liked him though. I thought he was a good solid starter. So the judges gave him a 20 night one, a 21 night two, which a total of 41 points. So let's see if we agree with the judges. KaMorian, what would you give night one?
Night one, I'm gonna give him a 6.
Hmm.
Night one I would have given him a 7.
Night
Mm.
one, I also would have given him a 7. So we do agree with the judges. Okay, and night two, what would you have given him?
Definitely, he deserves it. Definitely, I want to give him a 7 this week. Definitely improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eduardo?
I kept the 7.
I also kept it to 7.
So we
So
pretty much agree.
we agree with the judges all the way around this time, which is great. Awesome. We could be judges. We could
Wonderful.
look. Which one of y'all gonna be Bruno? Because I'm definitely carrying. So I don't know. Y'all figure it out.
I feel like I can probably get more Bruno, but I feel like Wada gives more like Derek.
Yeah.
He's more
He
Yeah,
definitely gives more
absolutely.
Derek vibes. I think
I
so.
give more Derek, absolutely.
All right, let's move on to Joey. His pro partner is Jenna. On night one, they danced the cha cha cha, and on night two, they danced the rumba. So, KaMorian, what do you think about Joey?
Holy cow! Let me tell you,
Not the
like when we said like when we first did a cast assessment for the season, I was like, I think Joy's gonna do actually very I think like actually do very decently well. I was like could probably be like the best bachelor male. I think he actually do well, but I didn't think it would be as well as I thought it would be. I remember just the he was first. I remember like that whole dance. I was like, oh my god, like he is actually really good. Like that first dance from like the whole like the movements and then his shirt open, whew, that was just a show. He was good. And then the rumba, say, my god, I wow. I will say I wish he kind of would have did more with the rumba a little more, but it was still amazing to me. Like he's actually surpassing my expectation. I can say for sure, definitely the best Matt Bachelor lead male that's ever competed on the show. Just by what just by 2 weeks right now. Like he is doing a very amazing job. And I'm very excited. I think he's gonna do better. Like I'm just glad. He really was a definite surprise the first 2 nights for me, first 2 weeks. A surprise at everybody.
Yeah, night one, I was just so shocked because it was just out of the gate, first dance, and immediately I was gagged because like, from the very beginning, you don't think people are gonna really do super well. Joey shocked me so much. It was wild. He did have some stiffness, but it's night one. I'm gonna expect that from your very first dance. That's not a problem here. Even with that stiffness, he really surprised me and he just really did the damn thing. When it came to night two, I think he really improved when it came to the stiffness. And I think he gave us some really beautiful lines. And I think he just has a lot of potential to the point where, like, if he wanted to, I could see him going full pro. Like, I could see him really just like learning and learning and learning. And it seems like he's constantly growing and I could see him going really far in both nights. Like both nights were really, really good. My only thing is I want him to do at least one night where he has a shirt on. That's all I care about because I get it. You're sexy. You're a very attractive man, and I agree. You're very attractive. I want to see something else. I want to see versatility, if you will. I want to see that you're not just sexy. I want to see something else from you. But sexy can never go wrong, really. So I think he's doing great so far. I just want him to wear a shirt maybe next time.
I think he will be perfectly fine and have a shirt on in his ballroom stuff. The next time when he does a waltz or a tank, well, maybe not a tango, he won't have to have a shirt on for a tango, but a waltz. And, either Viennese waltz or the regular waltz or a foxtrot or a quick step. I'm sure he'll have his shirt on because they frown upon that. But I agree with you, KaMorian. I was very shocked from Joey from when he first came out. I was like, okay, now I didn't watch you on The Bachelor. I didn't watch your show. But now I wish I would have because then I would have had some like inclination of how do I feel about this person? Do I like him? Was he a good bachelor lead? Was he a bad bachelor lead? How do I feel about this man? But I will say, on this here show of Dancing with the Stars, how I feel about him is brava. Like, you're doing amazing work on this show, and it was really good. I mean, he ain't get nines like my girl did in season 17 on night one, but he did alright. He did alright. I thought his cha cha was really, really good. I appreciated it. I enjoyed it, but I loved his rumba so much. I thought his rumba was so good. Um, they created lines and chemistry that it was just so good. I think I watched his dance 3 times because it was just so like I just got into it. I just got I they got me. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. And I could see him making it very, very far if he continues to giving us stuff like this. So,
Mhm.
what's your night one score for Joey?
My night one score for Joy was a 7.
My
Eduardo.
night one score for Joey was an 8.
Wow.
Ooh. My night one score for Joey was a 7.
Okay.
Okay, so we did not agree with the judges there. Eduardo took us up a point, but night two, what was your score?
My night two score for Joy is a 8.
My night 2 score for Joey remained an 8.
And my night two score for Joey was an 8. So yeah, I think we're good judges. I'm just gonna say, Dance with the Stars, call us per. Anyway, let's move on to my girl Alana Mar. Alan Bernstein is her partner. Night one, she danced the cha cha cha, and on night two, she danced the salsa, which gave us the moment of the night. I don't care who you can kiss my grits if you
No,
don't agree with
I
me.
agree. I
She gave us
even
the
told
moment
it.
of the night. Period. But go ahead, KaMorian.
I would definitely say, first thing I
Oh,
would definitely, I love me Alana. Like to me, definitely, like her and Alan's partnership is such a fun part. Just their chemistry, the way they get like to me, like their whole partnership is like very like two really good best friends who just love to have fun, and that's really like their vibe for this whole season, and I really enjoy it. I would say night one, I definitely say you can tell definitely the nerd. I think it was a nice cha cha. I enjoyed it, but I did would say she really did get nervous. Her nerves got the best of her, so she wasn't really as confident. So I think the critique was get more confidence, just really like kind of get more. I think she can do it, and she definitely took that for night two. And baby, I was enjoying from beginning to end. Just the whole dance is very like it was a fun, but also it was really like fun, like giving her personality. Like when Allie came with the little girly hand, and then one part they was like together. She's like, oh my god, wow. And then they both flipping each other and then he lifted her strong self up. Like that was such a fun moment. And shout out to Alan. I know you comment on my page. Like thank you, Alan. I appreciate it. I love you so much. Yeah, I really just enjoyed this partnership. I would say her feet and her footwork was better night two. So then say I would say definitely I feel like she's definitely gonna improve as the weeks go by. And to honest, she's at a good kind of good way of this whole competition thing is we love to see growth on the show from where you started to how you ended, and plus she also has the fan base like this like her that like I would say definitely like on Twitter like this dance from Tuesday evening with Tulsa was trending right now. Like people are just enjoying that dance, a good moment for her. So she's definitely going in the right path. So just continue with the footwork, getting your confidence, like I see her make it to the finale like a dark horse, like coming in.
yeah. She just has such a confidence about her, and the chemistry that she has with Alan is just such a fun, like, just they just go with each other really well, and they just mix have this kind of fun, chaotic energy, both in the dance and outside of it. They're just so fun, and I love how like just sexy Ilona is in all of her dances, and how like feminine she is because she went into this trying to just show her like more feminine side because as an athlete that like basically like pushes people over. a lot of people don't see her as like this feminine figure, and I'm so glad that she's just like taking this, like showing her feminine side and just being super proud of it. And you can absolutely tell that she's like super happy about it and that she's just having fun. Night one, I felt like she needed a little bit more work when it came to like extending. She needed to extend more. Same issue I think I had with night two, just a little bit less, because when she was being lifted, she needed to just really let go and really just extend her body so that it looks better. Because when she was doing the landing, it looked a little bit crunchy to the point where I thought that her lifting Alan looked better than Alan lifting Alana. I'm gonna be so for real. I think that moment was incredible. I was so proud of both of them for like just doing it and really just it was wild and it was really good. I love this energy. Ilona just needs to really work on extending. That's really the thing that I think is holding her back right now.
She has the confidence in her. Like she is very much a confident person. If you watch her TikToks or anything that she posts, she is super confident in a general sense. But I think being in this environment on a dance floor with a partner, that's not something she's used to. So she had to build up the confidence. And it's easy, we can fake confidence in a minute, but the second you're in that pressure and the lights are on you and everybody's watching you, it's like, oh, all that confidence sometimes melts away and you're like, okay, I'm not as, but she's so strong and she's so beautiful and she's so sexy all now. And I do believe she knows this. She believes she's sexy. She knows she's sexy. She knows she's incredible.
Mhm,
I think now she just has to trust Alan and to let her trust Alan in knowing that he got her. Like, yes, she's a bigger girl because she's strong and she's athletic, but he is big, he's strong, he got her. She's not used to being picked up. She she said herself, I'm not used to being picked up, and I don't trust people picking me up. So she has to when they do things like this and there are lifts involved, she's gonna have to trust that Alan can lift her, that Alan does have her, and I think this performance in night two showed her that. So now she can go into the next time they have a live with a little bit even more confidence and be like, okay, now I can work on extending my lines and, you know, coming down and coming out of the lifts just as graceful as I got into the lifts. So that's something that I'm sure Alan is going to have her work on. And it's going to be so good. I thought her cha cha was good, but nerves, little got in the way, but I thought she
mhm,
was really good. I love how she is breaking the wall of what femininity is and what's sexy is. She's like, I am a rugby player. That's what I do. But that's not all I am. Like I am a beautiful woman who happens to play rugby. And I
mhm.
love that about her. She's beautiful. I'm a fan. I am such a fan of hers. It's ridiculous. Like, I want her to win in life. I want her to win this show. I want her to win in life. I just want her. She's a winner, baby. I just want her to win. I love her. But night one scores for Alona.
My night one score would have been a 6.
My night one score would have also been a 6.
And my night one score would have also been a 6. Ah, night two.
My score for night 2 would have been a 7.
My score for night two would have also been a 7.
Mhm.
My night score for two score because I love it and love her so much would have been an 8 because
Ah.
I don't care how crunchy it was the landing. She picked that man up, and I snaps to you, girl. Period.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But 18, 21, 39 was her score for the two nights. Let's keep it moving. We're doing great here, y'all. To Chandler Kinney. Her pro partner is Brandon Armstrong. Night one, they danced the tango. Night two, they danced the rumba. And baby, if you didn't like this, you're dead inside. Just saying.
Oh my god, let me tell you, I am so freaking happy. No, I was so happy for Brandon. Like I wanted this for Brandon for a very, very long time. Let me tell you, he has been robbed with so many black queens that he has been partnered with, like with Tinashe, Mary Wilson, Kenya Moore, Jordan Sparks, and then last year, with Lele, and to finally get someone like Chandler. I really hope America vote for them. Like, I know her fan base is kind of like smaller than everybody else, but her dancing is amazing. So hopefully, as the weeks go by, like, hopefully she gets those dances that are like very impactful with her like engagement. So she get those votes. 'Cause I feel like to me, this is my winner. She has to win. Like night one, like the first part in it, where she stretched her arms with a nice little left turn, and then with the drop like that, I was like, my God, that girl is amazing. Her frame, the footwork, her energy. Cause thing for a tango, is like very like tango is very like concentrated, very like the part, and she had a happy song, "Hot to Go." So it looked like she had a mix of her personality with also still keeping like the basic of what a tango needs, and it was perfect. And then with the rumba, my God, her technique. Perfect song choice. What was I made for? What a perfect song choice. She gave the emotion, her legs, this her hip mover, her fluidity. Like, my God, this girl is heads above the rest. All she gotta do now is just pretty much stay consistent. The thing is, when you are like someone, you're a good dancer. I think when you are like a front runner in a competition, especially like this type of show, you gotta, especially like a front runner. The goal is going forward is you gotta make consistent every time, but also be able to top yourself every single time for what you just did. And I feel like she could do that. But I'm very proud of Brandon. I can see like how much he knows, how much amazing talent she is, and he is showing it in his choreography. And I'm just so proud of him too. So I'm very excited. Hopefully, you know what? It's time to get like a little cha cha or salsa, something like very like upbeat and vibrant, because she got a tango and a rumba. That's time now to kind of get more faster. Give like a cha cha or a salsa for next week. And definitely, I feel like we're definitely going to see that personality come up for sure. But very amazing job for 2 nights. Well done.
I mean, Chandler is the it girl of this damn season. I just, I, wow, truly wow, shocked, amazed, appalled. No one's doing it like her. Now she only needs to get the votes, truly, because she really is the best dancer out of all of them. Truly the best dancer. I think she could absolutely win this. I see her being the first to get nines. I see her being the first to get tens. I wouldn't be shocked if she got a perfect. She would be one of like the first ones to get a perfect score. I see it. I absolutely see it. Like Chandler is at another level. She just so confident. She flows with the music. She really knows what she has to do. She just has beautiful lines. She has really great footwork. Everything about it is great. I thought that Night One Tango was really fun, really interesting, and I was so excited for her. But then the rumba happened, and I was shocked that she got even better. I didn't think it was possible for her to be so good so quickly, but she somehow did it, and she's got getting better and better, and she's just swiping the competition, and she just needs the points. She just needs the votes, and she will absolutely win this. I could see her taking this mirror ball. I am rooting for her absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I this girl, this girl. Shout out to Debbie Allen Dance Studio for producing and having this girl in her school, Debbie Allen School of Dance, and this is a product of that because baby, this was so good. She was made for this competition. She was made for this show. She's so good. And she has the youth on her side to keep up with everything and move with everything, but she just has the energy to just and just looked so good doing it. Her lines are incredible. The way she moved, it was so fluid, so like effortless. It looked effortless. I'm very happy for her. I'm very happy for Brandon. And on top of that, both nights, by the way, her tango, amazing. Her Roomba, spectacular. Give me 14 of them. I'll take them. Like, she was spectacular. Um, but also, she is doing what she has to do in this competition because she knows she doesn't have the hugest fan base out there, but she's engaged. Her TikToks going crazy. Like, she is using social media. They are using it in the best way possible to put themselves out there to get, like, it's certain people in this competition who could clearly stick around strictly because of their social media presence. That's her, that's Alona, that's Reginald, and that's Steven. Like, those four have been cranking out social media posts, and it's Emma for Reginald because Reginald don't know nothing about no social media, no TikTok, but Emma is doing the work. And like, videos are going viral instantly. It's just like they are doing what needs to be done for people who don't have the hugest platform to be out there. And so I think she is going to be fine. I can see her making it semifinals, finals, possibly for, to the end, because she's really good. It's just going to be if the fans, because she got the dance. She got that. She got that in spades. But if the fans cling on to her and vote for her, that's what's going to make the difference for her. But she did amazing. Great night for her. So, KaMorian, your night
Yeah.
one scores for Chandler.
My night one score for Chandler is an 8.
Mm-hmm.
My night
Eduardo.
one scores for Chandler is also an 8.
My night one score for Chandler is also an 8. So, night two.
I mean, I know people would say it's early for a week to dance, but maybe if you have advanced the OG days, they were giving out high scores earlier than we posted. So for week 2, I gave her a 9 for her rumba, a well-deserved 9.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that gave Chandler a 9.
I too gave Chandler a 9.
What?
There was
Oh,
no way. There was no way.
I mean, like,
It was
and
wild.
we seem to get 9s week going on, so it's not news tonight. They kind of being kind of a little bit tougher this time to kind of give some like people like some growth to work better. But like, baby, they were giving 9s. I remember someone getting a 10 in week 2, week
I'm
3.
about to say
So
Amber Riley got 3 9s and won. So let's not play. It does happen. So,
Mhm.
but the judges gave her a 23, a 24, and a 47. We agreed with, well, her 24 was night one for us, but it's okay. We were close.
still top
She
score
should,
deserved. She is the best dance, highest score, so what
period.
deserved.
Period.
Thank
Period.
you.
Let's keep it moving too. Oh, I'm sorry, we had to go from Chandler to Anna Delvey. Her partner is Ezra Sosa, though, and she did a cha 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 and a quick step. I know Eduardo is a jump scare. We shocked you with that, but
Mhm. Oh, yes.
what
Yes.
what
A
do we
Okay.
whoop
think?
jump scare.
Woo, jump scare indeed.
I'm first gonna say Ezra Sosa, I am so proud of you. We're here at the Cup are so proud of you. You know, queer representation does matter in this thing. So you're representing not only just the queer people, but also the Latin community as well. So we're very proud of you being a pro. We're sad that your journey is short just for your first year, but definitely next year. I'm saying it now, you're gonna get an amazing partner next year. Okay, I promise. So you will have your Riley moment next year. I wish you would have had it this year, but you know, it's what it is. But guess what? I'm proud of you. You did your best with what you had, and you made a connection. And I'm so proud of all the work you done. And hopefully, we can see you come back. Maybe, someone a pro gets injured. You step in for them. You know what I mean? But definitely, I was like, I'm very proud of you. Your first year, you did the best you could, and just like 2 weeks manner, and I'm very proud of you. But yeah, first like Anna. Here's the thing about Anna. Anna actually, when it comes to dance, like she's actually like a solid dancer. Like she can dance. Like her technique is very, very good. But to me, it was just what was lacking to me is the faith. Like to me, like understand like Anna has a sense of humor that I do get, but also with just with your face, it doesn't translate. So thing is, your body could do one thing, but your expression could do another. So you can still get the movements right, but your face is telling me that I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I just don't feel the urge to do it at all. And that was just the issue with both dances. You know what I mean? So, and then so I would say her first dance better than her second dance. Like I would say she got the thing work, but it was just the same thing. I would say a little bit more foot issues, a little bit, but it was just just especially understand with the media. I mean, you're a con artist, so of course, all that goes on, so it's hard for, but still, what I mean. But I wish, maybe you would just let go and show more of yourself. I feel like maybe people would probably would have shown a more, people actually would have gave you a chance, but you're, to me, the same thing. It was like you're not even trying. I feel like I was like, you know what, just let her go. I feel like as best person for her mentally, it was just let her go. And it plus I was definitely it was the right call. So it was the right call for her to be, in the day. But yeah, before that, she was a decent dancer. But the thing is, it just like showing you actually are happy to be there. Like it was just dull. Like and the thing, you could give me like a amazing technique, all of that. But guess what? If you're a person's like I don't want to be here, I'm not gonna feel your presence. I don't want to be. I don't want you there. Like I want to feel moved when I see you dancing. I want to feel something when matter like when it comes to performing. Like I just want to see you there. I want you to. I want to feel you. And guess what? If you're not making me feel you, then I don't want to, and that's how it is. Point break. Period. So Anna, thank you, Ezra. You did the best you could, but she didn't want to be there, personally.
Yeah, when it comes to Anna, my biggest issue was that you could tell that she didn't really care. Like she wasn't committing to any of the like she didn't trust the choreography, and it was really frustrating to see because you could tell that like Ezra was trying so hard to get her to commit, and that she just wasn't giving him any of it. And so it was really frustrating to see it because you could see Ezra just thinking of ideas and just trying and having good choreography, and then her just not trying at all, not committing to any of it. And then just like it felt really like unfortunate because like it just she just wasn't committing. In night one, it felt like I saw some potential there. I saw like something there. It felt like she was like, okay, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this and see how it goes. And then in night two, she just chose to like not care because maybe she knew that she was going home. Maybe she just read all of the hate mail that she was getting and chose to just not try and just to give up basically. But from the very beginning, we knew that she wasn't really gonna try, and so that just is really frustrating to see someone like Ezra be paired with someone that just doesn't care, because Ezra clearly cares so much about this, and it's just as you said, KaMorian, this representation of a queer Latin person, like I'm a queer Latin person and I want to see him succeed. And so just seeing him be paired up with someone that just didn't care was really annoying. And I'm just hoping that next time he gets paired up with someone that actually cares and that will actually give him the time of day. And like Anna just didn't care. And that was her biggest issue, and she never cared. And she never was going to care.
I agree, Eduardo. She did not care from. I think night one she tried. She was like, okay, let's do this. Let's have a good time. Night two, she saw the mail. She saw the hate. She saw how people reacted to her. She saw how people were like, we don't even know why she's here. So she was like, I don't even know why I'm here either. Why am I here? And she gave up. It was so disappointing watching her perform because night one, I was like, well, maybe, because there was a hint of maybe she could be a good dancer. Maybe if she gave it a little bit more, she can come out of her shell. But it was just, even in night one, I chalk it up to okay, hey, she's nervous. She's nervous. Everybody's nervous. Night one, first dance, a little bit cool. But when you come back night two, when everybody has settled into I'm on this show, I am dancing in front of people on a live audience, and I'm doing this. Most of the competition has settled, and they're like, okay, getting into the groove, and you completely shut down. It's a slap in the face, not to just Ezra, who's taken his time to teach you these dances and taking his time to try to be a good partner for you, but it's a slap in the face to everybody who put their faith in you to bring you onto this show and said, hey, we want to try to help you change the way people look at you. And if you really wanted to change your reputation and how people saw you, I would have been like, I don't care what the haters say. I'm not here for them. I'm here for me, and I'm here to do what I want to do. I want to show people who that I'm not just what you think I am. And she took a really good time, educational moment for not just herself, but for the people who are hating on her to just say, "This is not me. That's what you saw is a mistake that I've made in my life, but now I'm trying to change it." And she just was like, "Yeah, no, thank you. No, you
Yeah,
think whatever you want to think about me."
and to put on that too, even in the package, they
Yeah,
gave you a vulnerable moment right there. They brought Julia Fox. Like I'm so Julia Fox to kind of help with that vulnerable moment. They production
they are
trying to give you a
trying.
moment. They were trying to save you, and you
You
dropped the
just
bag.
You just was like, you fumbled it. You fumbled it when you could have had something special. It could have been the redemption arc of a lifetime for you, and you fumbled the bag. And for her to act like, whatever, I don't care. I ain't taking nothing from this experience. It's just a slap in the face to everybody involved and to all the people watching. I could care less about this woman. I did not like, I didn't know why she was here, and I'm spoiler alert, glad that she's gone. Period. Just saying. But her scores for night one was 18. Her scores for night two was 17 with a total of 35. What would you have scored her night one, Kamorian?
Everyone just based on it and just on the technique, I will say I would give her a solid six. Like she actually there was some good things about like she could actually
Mm-hmm.
dance. So it would have been a seven, I guess, but it was
Mm-hmm. Solid six.
Yeah,
Eduardo.
I agree. I saw potential in the first
Mm-hmm.
night, and so that's why I gave her a 6.
Mm-hmm. And I too gave her a solid six. I thought that was what she probably deserved on night one. But night two, what would you have given her?
uh there's it was still a decent, but there's a little more. I think it would have been seven more, but the same thing. So it was still a six. It was still six material to me. Nothing moved them to carry. I mean, yeah. Well, let's keep it going. You know.
For me, it
Eduardo.
felt like on night 2 she cared even less and committed
Mm-hmm.
even less, and she got worse. Therefore, that's why I'm giving her a 5.
Yep. For me, she cared less and made me care even lesser. So I gave her a four. I didn't care.
That's that's fair.
I didn't care. She didn't care. Why should I? We're keeping moving to someone who did care and tried their hardest, even if it wasn't the best. Eric Roberts, his partner, Britt Stewart. Night one, he danced the cha cha. Night two, he danced the waltz. Kamorian,
Oh,
what did we think of Eric Roberts?
I would say I really do love his commitment. I really do. I really do appreciate a person who wants to be there and give it their all. And they, especially when you're at that kind of age, it's kind of like a big moment to kind of like, just enjoy that kind of like huge opportunity, especially at the age that he is at. You should just enjoy it, just live out, just do your best, try your best.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he actually was not like it was okay, but he actually was having a good time, and I would enjoy that. And I would say in the night two of the walls, based on his thing is it's kind of this theme that was kind of made for he was actually an Academy nominee for the Oscars. So
Absolutely.
so it's kind of I see him with that energy. So I would say there was kind of improvement for in the walls. I would say the footwork and the frame needed a lot of work to do. So he's gonna have to work on that technique a lot. But for those 2 dances, I was at least he is putting the effort, and I'm seeing triumph. But not gonna lie, I will say I thought he was a goner night 2. So when it came to results, I am gagged, but I am happy for him, and also happy for my girl Britt that she was not the first to go. So
Period.
I'm on peace with
Absolutely.
that. I'm on peace.
Yeah, Eric is just like, I just need to remind myself constantly that Eric is uh, like the oldest, I think, out of everyone in the cast, if not one of like the older people, and so I cannot judge him as if I was judging Chandler. I have to constantly keep reminding myself that, because if I didn't, I would be really harsh. But I have to remind myself Eric is very limited in what he can do and what he can't do, and so I thought he did pretty well for what like he can do. Like he was a bit stiff on the hips and in the legs, but I was kind of really shocked by how like he was really trying with the arms and he was really trying to make them flow, and that at least him trying hard to really make that frame kind of work, even though it didn't really read as well as he wanted it to, he still was trying, and I really appreciated that. And in the second night, he really surprised me by how like he got better, and like he got better with his shoulders. He relaxed a little bit. He still needs to work on it, but I really saw improvement, and so I was really proud of Eric. And I agree with you, KaMorian. I thought he was a gunner. I remember telling Lana, like, I think it's gonna be Anna and Eric. They're gunners. I love Eric so much, but it's not happening. And then they called Eric's name, and they you could just see Lana's and like my face just going like, "Excuse me, hello, what?" We were shocked.
Hello?
Hello, we were shocked. We
Hello?
were gagged. But honestly, I really appreciate that the older people are getting a chance to really just dance and make it a little bit further, because now at least Reginald or Eric is making it to night 4, which is something I didn't expect from the very beginning. So I'm happy for this happening, and I think Eric is doing pretty well with what he is capable of doing.
So for me, night one, I was like, okay, Eric, I see you. You're trying. You're doing the best you can. You're a little nervous, a little offbeat, lost a few steps, little thing. Okay. I'm not mad at that. It was night one. Got it. But did he do the? He did okay. He finished the dance. He did what he needed to do with the, like you said, the limited mobility that he had and the movements. It was okay. It was fine. Night two for his waltz, I felt like he was starting to settle in a little bit better. He got better. His technique starting to improve a little bit more, and he was moving a little bit more fluidly than he was night two. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort, and that's all we really ask for when we're a viewer watching Dancing with the Stars. We want effort. We didn't like it when we saw Master P do it. We didn't like it when we saw Anna Delvey do it. We don't like people who just come in like I'm here, whatever, just doing it, going through the motions. We want to see that you actually enjoy doing this, because there's other people out there who would want to do this, and you're taking a spot if you're not enjoying yourself. So I appreciate that Eric is enjoying himself, and him and Britt look like they're having a really fun time, and I love that for the both of them. I think it was a decent night one, and a solid night two. So I'm not mad at it. What is our scores for night one, Kamorian?
My score for night 1 is a 5.
Yeah, for me as well, night 1 was a little bit of a struggle. So it was a 5.
Same for me. It was a 5. I thought he did just fine. For night two,
It was better for night 1, but it will still also be a 5. But still a 5, but it was still good, better from last week for her first instance.
I was gonna give him a 5, but then I remembered that I gave Anna a 5, and I thought that he did better than Anna because he tried.
Hmm.
Therefore, I'm giving Eric a 6.
I too gave Eric a 6 because I said you did better than that woman. So therefore, you get a
Mhm.
6. We did not agree with the judges on both nights, but that's fine. They gave him a 15s both nights. Said he, and that to me is a problem because that's saying he didn't improve at all. And I'm like, he really did improve night 2. So let's not do that.
Yeah.
It was
Derek
it
was
was that
trying
for
so
it,
hard
it was that
to,
for Derek. It was that
yeah,
for. I,
Yeah.
I mean,
There.
I understand it's a pro saying that, but my like but the way he did it though, it was like it's a respectively a 4. I'm like, Derek, you had to do it like that. You should say it was just a 4.
Derek is trying to be different. I think if you
yeah.
said that Eduardo while we
That's
watched, you like Derek is trying to be different this
He had to do it
season.
like that. I
He
was
ain't
like,
have to do it like
that
that.
was harsh.
yeah.
That was
Derek is trying
harsh.
too hard to be different, and
He's too hard. He wants to be the Simon Cowell of the panel. I
yeah,
get it,
I feel
Derek.
like everyone, like all of the judges, are trying too hard for something. I think
Mm-hmm.
Derek
Yeah.
is trying too hard to be different. I think KaMorian is trying too hard for like a showman's to happen, and I
Oh,
think
Jesus,
that Bruno is always too much.
he's
Actually,
He's
always
speaking
too
of
much.
always
it,
all the time.
actually speaking of carrying out, I'm not gonna lie, Element or his, she's got like a lot nicer this time. Like I know she has her moments, but like early on, like I haven't seen him been this nice, especially with the scores too.
Mm.
Like when we get to that one dance, like I would just God, but how nice, like with the scoring she is, cause like she like I think Carrie is a nice person. I think she it get like very like good critiques, but sometimes she had like kind of had like these out of moments of like what are you saying, where is this coming from for Carrie
I
Ann?
mean, it's still 2 nights. We still 2 nights
Yeah,
in. I
Yeah,
think we can see
there's
that
still
Carrie Ann
time.
come back. It's
yeah,
time. There's
yeah,
time.
but
Speaking of the showmans that she wanted so much, is
Or
we gonna get to this one, Lana, because I got
is
some tea actually.
is Brooks, Nader, and oh, ain't no T. We know they together. Gleb, get Gleb. Ain't no T at all. We know they together. But night 1 they danced the tango. Night 2 they danced the quick step. What do we think of Brooks?
Here, before we get to the outfit, I want to say like I mean, yeah, you're a couple, but then also I feel like this whole romance thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's turning me the freak out, off. Like I don't like it. It's annoying. It's starting to get irritating. And I will say, I'm not gonna lie, whoever did that video of them backstage kissing each other in the lips. I don't know how you got the recording back there, but baby, thank you for showing that video. But like, I don't know. I feel I'm like it's like I don't know, like are they actually in love or it's like a whole like show must to get votes? Like I don't know. A part
Votes,
of me feel like it might be feel like it's real, but a part of me feel like it's not genuine. I feel like it's trying for
votes.
votes, but I feel like I'm like, but like, at the end of the day, I understand you're trying to get votes into your favor. What you're doing is the opposite. So what you think you're trying to do is not necessarily what you're doing. But apart from the dancing, week 1, I will say the nerd, cause her, I will say she kind of got stiff. I was like, but I will say there was some good parts of it. It just got stiff in there. But I will say, oh my God, it was sexy and hot. It's pretty much that. But no, I don't think it's. I don't like. My issue with Gleb is he relied so much on the sex scene, but not the quality of the dance. I would feel he hasn't got that since like I think since Shangela. I think Shangela made him like show a different side that actually gives something and give more. But like he just relied just with the sexiness, and then definitely the quiz stuff. I would say actually it was a better. She actually was very good. And I quiz like the feet were good, the frame was good, but here's the problem. Gleb to her the wrong frame of the quiz step. He gave her a tango frame because you know why? Because they're trying to do this whole little romance shit. And guess what? Gleb, you're a pro. You supposed to know the frame. Okay, y'all are so tired trying to make this whole show mess work that you're not giving her the right frame for the dance that you should know how to do. That's a no. Come on, Glove. Like, come on. Like, you're 41 years old. Like, let's start with this whole romance shit and let's get to dancing. Teach her. Okay, that's what I want. Teach her. Okay, that's it.
yeah,
It's turning me off. I don't like it.
Gleb needs to learn how to keep his tongue inside his own mouth. Because this has, I think, been an issue a lot. Because Gleb, I think, has been constantly in a situation in which people are like, oh, he's dating his partner, or oh, he's having like this affair with this partner. And it like happens like almost every single time that Gleb is on. We've seen this happen a bajillion times, and I'm tired. I am done with it. I don't care for it. I don't care for all of these storylines of like, oh, they have such good chemistry. Are they? I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not here to really speculate on the stars' like romantic and sexual life. That's not for me to know and for me to care. I don't care if Brooks is having an affair with Gleb or with 300 people. I don't care. I'm here to watch her dance. I'm here to watch her dance, and I'm here to watch Gleb teach her how to dance. And
Mm,
Gleb is really not showing me that. And that's really frustrating because I see potential in Brooks. Because Brooks Night One wasn't really hitting like the steps as hard as I wanted her to, and I think yet again it's Gleb really just leaning on the sexy instead of really showing her how to hit the dance moves. And in night two, yet again, it was really sexy, and I think she did a really good job with it. I think that she does better when it comes to like faster dances or like with more energetic dances. You could really see her like it feels like she is on her like arena when it comes to something faster and something like more upbeat. Uh, the legs were better. I just needed to like Gleb needs to stop with the sexy and really focus on choreographing properly. That's what he needs to do.
I'm
mm,
going to keep this nice, sweet, and short. If you spend more time actually dancing instead of making out in the dance studio, we'll have better dances. And that is what we are getting right now. Night one, I will chalk it up to yes, she was nervous. Everybody was nervous. Dance was fine. Night two, it was better, but it still wasn't proper. So now you're not even giving us the proper dance. You're giving us a quick step, but in the tango hold because you don't want to waste time teaching her a new hold for the quick step because you want to make out in the studio. That's what's bothering me. That's what's making me feel like you're spending more time looking into her eyes and admiring her beauty instead of teaching her the proper steps. And that bothers me because we are not on The Bachelor. We are not on Love Island. We are on Dancing with the Stars. I could care less who you're sleeping with. I don't care. What I do care is we're getting a proper quick step in a quick step hold and getting good dance moves. That's what I care about. I don't care about your relationship. And if that is what's going to be the story for this year, because it was the same thing they tried to pull with Riley and what's his face, like Harry last season. We didn't care
ugh.
then. We don't care now. I don't care about your relationships. Don't
Mm,
care.
mm,
Just dance and give us the proper dance. It's annoying. So suck it up, Gleb, and get it together, or I'm gonna keep dogging y'all every time on this podcast. I mean, I'm sure you actually care about what I say, but even if you don't, just know I'm a dog y'all every week if we don't get past this story of are we together, are we not together? Don't care. Scores for night one. Come on,
Night
man.
one, it's a 6.
Yeah, I agree. For night one, it was a six.
It's also a 6 for me.
Mm.
Night two.
Night two, it's a 7. It was better, but Gleb, keep your D in your pants. I'm gonna say it. Keep your D in your pants. Okay,
Yeah,
I know you're fine as hell. You are fine as for the one on male. Okay, okay, you're fine. I know it. I know you're fine. I know you're fine. You're hot. Okay, I like you hot, but still, keep your D in your pants. Okay,
Period.
it's a dance show. You are a
Period.
teacher. Do your job. Okay,
Teach.
you got hired. Do your
Period.
job.
yeah. If I see more of this storyline, I'm gonna have to dock points. But for now, it's a seven.
I got points because you gave her a tango hold in a quick step, and that is not proper. So you still get a 6. Was it improved from last week? Yes, but you still get a 6 because you didn't even do the proper hold for the dance. And
Well,
for Derek to have to call you out on that,
yeah, like
mm-mm,
at this point, I will not be even sad if she goes home.
mm,
Personally,
me either.
Even but
honestly.
she actually is dancing good, but I just feel like you're making this whole thing make you not want to
Yeah.
for you and vote for
You're
you.
making us not want to root for you.
Hmm.
It really does.
But
Mm.
we
Let's
move.
move on.
We move on to Reginald Johnson with his partner Emma Slater. Night one, he danced the salsa. Night two, he danced the paso doble, which I love. That's my favorite dance, y'all. The paso doble. I love a paso doble. But what do we think of Reginald night one?
Oh, I love you, Reggie. Okay, you're like my grandpa. I'll call him my. It's my grandpa that I wish I had. Yeah, I have a lot of grandpas. You're my other grandpa. Okay, you just don't know me, but you're my grandpa to me because I watched you. But I will say personally, shout out to Emma because the thing is we are given an older partner. Sometimes you feel like what it's like you're already like what you could do with someone like who's older is limited. But I would say Emma, I'm gonna give you your tens. Actually, I'm gonna give you a 10. Actually, let me get my 10 for you, my 10 paddle because you have worked so hard, this man. Thank you. You really showed him to social media. Like your social game was very smart when it came to him, and guess what? It worked in your favor this week and when it came to results. So I'm glad you're here for another week. 10 for Emma. And I really love Reggie, his personality. He is the heart, to me, the heart of this season, personally. I would say, Michael, I would say the salsa, I love with the movies, the little vibe and part, like he was getting it, but I will say, Makalai, it was a lack of a salsa. I wish he would have moved. Like I actually moved more. It wasn't really much of a like the salsa. I mean, understand it was limited, but I just wish he could have moved more, but I'm very glad that it was more in that possibility. He actually kind of moved more. Yeah, it wasn't like as amazing, but still footwork wise. But like I said, he moved across the floor. He did it. He actually moved, did some stuff, but he actually was giving his all. And this the whole thing to his time being like a movie he was a part of, Die Hard, a kind of movie. Like I'm very happy for him. I love his presence. I really do. I'm so glad you're here for two more, at least two more nights of dancing. So I'm glad you're here. We love you.
Yeah, Reginald did, I think, pretty well, especially for like a man of his age. Uh, of course, he was a bit stiff and like there was not a lot of footwork that was done specifically on night one. But I understood why Emma chose to have him not really move for the first dance because like he's still learning and he clearly struggles a little bit when it comes to like the movements, and it's gonna be something that needs to be worked on. And so I understood the reasoning behind uh, this, but I was really happy with the Paso Doble that they had on night two. I felt like there was a great improvement. Reginald just has such an expressive face, and he's just so fun when like it's so fun to watch him just dance. And even when he's like doing moves, you can see him like have like this kind of awkward smile, and he just makes you like him so much and want to root for him so much. And so there's people screaming outside my door. I'm so sorry. But I'm just gonna finish really quickly by saying I'm so happy that Reginald is staying. I'm so happy to see that he is improving, and hopefully he improves even more and he moves more. I'm excited.
No worries about the people. We know. It happens. Uh, I love Reginald. I think he's so sweet. He's so fun. Is he going to be the best dancer? No. No, he's not going to be the best dancer. But he's going to give us the best feelings. And that's really what dance is. It's about how, for me, it's how you make me feel when I'm watching you. Because I'm not a professional dancer, so I'm not going to sit here and judge you on techniques and da da da. Oh, your footwork was right, or your hand wasn't here. Da, da, da. I don't care. How do you make me feel when I'm watching you? And he makes me feel happy. He gives me joy watching him dance. Night one, yeah, stiff. Could have moved more. I feel like that was partially because of his age and him not being able to do more. And that was Emma trying to preserve his body because he can't do all of that. So she was trying to preserve him a little bit and not make him do too much moving and dancing around. But that and she knew that wasn't going to cut it. Like for the entire competition. So on night two, he did move. He couldn't stand still in the Paso Doble. He had to move, and he did that. And I liked the dance. Again, I felt joy watching him. I love that he did his reference to Die Hard, and he went there and he took it there. It was a fun dance. It was fun. I liked how Emma was very into it, and it looked like she was yelling the steps at him, but she was like, move, ka, da. And it was like so expressive. I enjoyed it. I thought both of them looked really good. And yes, I love how Emma is killing this social media game because she knows that is going to be the way to get people to vote for him because his skills in dancing aren't going to be there. He's never going to be Chandler. He's never going to be Danny. He's never going to be Joey. But he's Reginald and he's fun and he just warms your heart. And so I think he can be that person that gets towards the middle of the competition just by warming our hearts. So I'm very happy that he's here. I'm loving him and can't nobody say nothing bad about Reginald or I will come for you because that man is a national treasure. Don't do it. But what do we think about his scores for night one?
I'm okay. So night one, I'm gonna give him a 5.
Hmm.
I'm a little biased and I really like him, so I'm gonna give him a 6.
I understand the bias. But I gave him a 5, but I put a heart on it because I love him so much.
Mhm.
And for night two,
Person, I'm just judging on technique mostly, but for me, I love him so much. I feel like he actually did more, actually move across the floor. So you know what, Reginald, you deserve this 6 for me. I deserve 6. I definitely deserve 6 for
Yeah.
me.
And this 6 is now unbiased because I really think he improved.
I too gave him a 6 because I think he did improve from night one. I don't know why they thought he didn't improve on night one because that's crazy.
I'm
But they
telling
got a
you,
15 night one, 16 night two. I mean, 16 night one, 15 night two, total 31. I don't agree with the judges on that, but whatever.
Mm.
Derek is trying too hard to be
Derek is
special, to be
definitely
different.
trying too hard.
Ah.
Derek definitely is trying too hard.
Mhm.
Let's move to Miss Tori Spelling. Her partner is Pasha Paskov. And they danced the foxtrot on night one and the rumba on night two. KaMorian, what do we think?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this was a shocker to me. 'Cause I thought, she kind of, I would say, I didn't think she was gonna make it all the way, but I thought she'd at least make it a couple weeks. So, Tori, as like one of the first two gone, that was really a shock. 'Cause I feel like actually, the compared to Anna, I feel like she was so excited to do the show, like just the way she was committed to everything. Like I remember I remember she's like, I was trying to do it when the first show came on, and now I'm like, this is my time now. And then unfortunately, I feel like dang, I feel like she wanted to continue more. But what's that? What I love just part of those two dances is the commitment and the way she performs. Let me tell you, she performs with emotion. Like she lets it go. Like compared to both of them, like she gives it all. Like I'm saying, I actually was feeling you. Like I felt you in both dances that you did. But just the technique, it was just the issue of the technique. Like the first shot, like she let go. She was having a good all time. I was feeling her too, but it was just the frame and just the footwork could have been better. But it was solid. I would say I prefer her first shot to her rumba. I would say the emotion was there, but I don't know. I just felt like it was just very very stiff. I don't know. I feel like I wish it was more like fluid, more hips, more at the bottom, more at the legs. I know it was something going on with that one, but it just is a shame. 'Cause I feel like she would have improved. I feel like she really wanted to be there. Like this is someone who like this is someone you want on your show, someone who wants to be a part of the experience, actually learn. So I'm sad to see you go. Like I was expecting Tori's to go home, but it is what it is. Period. The thing is, guy, you gotta vote for your faves, and you want to see your faves every week. Even the people who are front runners, they're not safe too. That was a thing. Sometimes you think like, oh, they're getting a score, they're slaying the girls. Like, of course, like they're not gonna go home. But we've seen people who have really been the ones to beat get the boot, like Rob hard. So it's anything you have to vote. I just cut it. You got to vote every time. But yeah, definitely. There's still two dances. I'm just sad to see you go, but you did show some promise, and you know what? I'm glad that you gave it all those two times.
Yeah, once we saw who was in the bottom three, I remember telling Lana like, "Oh, Tori's going. Tori's absolutely going," because like there was no way that Reginald was going, and I did tell Lana, I see Tori maybe going home. I see that possibility if she doesn't have enough votes because her technique has not been great so far. And that's exactly what happened. She had a struggle with the technique, not that bad, but she definitely struggled a little bit. And then she just didn't have enough votes to keep her around for her to get better, which was really unfortunate because she cared so much and she wanted to do so well. And she was like the opposite of all of what Anna was doing. And it's really wild that they went home like together because Anna didn't care about the competition at all. And I felt like Tori was the one that cared about it the most. It felt like Tori just really wanted to show her best every single time, and she impressed me like in the very first dance. Like she was so happy doing it, and yes, it felt like she was a bit behind on the music, but I really enjoyed how happy she was while just dancing and just doing the damn thing. And then in the second one, she just really showed emotion and she just had good lines and she was still stiff and it bothered me a little bit. Someone said this on Twitter, and I will also mention it here. Someone mentioned that they were using the fog machine to really cover up her feet, and so you really couldn't see her footwork, which I agree with. It's a little bit of like a problem that I couldn't really see the footwork and see if it had been improved. But at the end, it didn't matter. She went home, so it didn't matter. But you know what? I wish it would have stayed. I think Tori cared so much, and just the fact that she cared made me want her to keep going.
Yeah, I appreciate Tori's spirit. I appreciate Tori's heart. I appreciate Tori's commitment in this whole process. It would have been nice if she stayed longer. I wish this wasn't a double because I think she would have still been there and we wouldn't have been able to see her more. I don't feel like she deserved to go right now. And that's why I hated this being a double because I was like, ooh, only person I could see going right now was Anna. And I felt she was the only one that deserved to go because everybody else put their heart and soul into this process. And so I was sad to see Tori go. I'm a fan of Tori Spelling. I was a 90210 girly back in my day in my teens. And so I was like, oh, I love her. Um, I hated for this. I think night one was just simple as the nerves. The nerves. The nerves. It wasn't a commitment. It wasn't her heart. It was the nerves. And the second night was definitely an improvement, and I felt it. The second night, I felt it. She just gave us more emotion, and I feel like we could have got more of that if she didn't go home this week. And that makes me sad. That makes me sad. But sad. Scores for night one.
Night one, a 6.
Yeah, night one, it's a solid six for me.
Night one is a solid 6 for me.
And for night two, will be also a 6.
For night two, since went home and I saw improvement, I'm giving her a seven.
That was nice because I kept it a 6. It was
That's
a 6
it.
for me. But we love you, Tori. Dwight Howard. This picture cracks me up. Every time I see it, this picture cracks me up. But
That was
I
just so shady.
they're so shady. But I
Like,
love it. I
I love
love
it too. I'm like, at least he could have carried her, but it's okay. Let her
Dan-
stand.
Daniela
Like,
kind of ate with this, and I felt like it's their vibe. It's their vibe
mm,
between her and him. I love it. But night one and night two.
first, I want to say, Daniela, I hope you are a pro for the rest of the time that you're on this show until it's like I want to retire because baby, she is not leaving. Let me tell you, this girl, this amazing, talented woman, has literally had to defy the impossible ever since she was a first year as a pro. I remember when Nelly, after they gave her a pass to All Do Is Win. How do you give a pass to that kind of song? And she made that work and turned Nelly into a dancer with Iman. what she did with Iman was the impossible, and she made it work, and she got that trophy, that deserved on trophy. And then what she did last year with Jason Mraz was absolutely incredible. And then what she did with him with the white now, like, I mean, if she gets another mirror ball, I would not be upset about it. 'Cause it's deserved. She has literally been proven with her butt. I remember actually before that, people were saying that the yellow does not do her own choreography. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would you say that about Daniela? You tell me this woman works her body. It's just like you for you to say what she has been putting out on this show is not her own choreography. Like I want you to actually do it. I want you to actually get a tall basketball player like Dwight Howard and come up with a choreography for a performance, live performance. I want you to do it. Try. Now on to the dance scene. Oh my god, that salsa! Oh my baby, that was a moment. The first when I remember when he first looked at her face was like, so the camera with her like, and then that was it was so much fun. But I would say the feet was kind of sloppy a little bit. So, but also the fact he kind of started practice a little bit late. 'Cause I remember when she first was kind of like, my day. So we haven't started rehearsal yet. I was kind of like, oh, I was not knowing how I was gonna go. But for the lack of practice, he actually did very good. I wasn't the footwork could have been better, but the whole performance was a vibe. Like he has good musicality, performance level entertainment, and the looks it was good, so solid. But the far shot definitely a good far shot. Saying the footwork needs a little bit more work, but I still enjoy it, and what the other was able to make it work and pull that out like that was absolutely insane. So I think as long as he keeps it up and perfects his football better, when it comes to performance entertainment level, I feel like he is above the rest. I feel like entertainment, he's like where Chandler is in terms of like entertainment wise. It's just the footwork is a little better, but very good first impression, first 2 weeks to White and the yellow. I'm excited for this couple.
Yeah, Danielle really has one of the toughest battles when it comes to like her partner because she really has to just basically come up with a new way of dancing every single time just so that it looks kind of natural. And it's so hard to like I'm constantly amazed by how what she's able to pull off with Dwight. I felt like I have to keep reminding myself that like I cannot like really judge Dwight for like shrinking himself a little bit and like bending his knees so that he's like a little bit shorter so that Daniela can really reach up because without taking that into account, like if I were to take that into account and dog points, I would constantly just like be taking away from Daniela's work. Danielle is really just coming up with like really great like ways to solve. She's a problem solver, and she's doing really great with this like not really a problem, but with this situation that she's been put herself into. And so when it came to the first dance, when he carried Daniela like she weighed nothing like a baby, I was laughing my butt off. I was so surprised, and I felt like he was shockingly light on his feet. Yes, there was a little bit of a struggle when it came to actual footwork, but he was really light on his feet, and he is just so much fun that like I just constantly wanted to see more after like week one. And week two, Dwight just went really hard with like he was just good. Like they did really well, taking into account also as well the amount of height difference that they have. So like this foxtrot was really good. And yes, Dwight needs to work a little bit on the hips because he needs to lower himself for Daniela. But once they really get into it, I think they might just become unstoppable. I can see them going far. I can see them making to the finale. I Dwight is the dark horse for me. Dwight is the dark horse for me. I'm excited.
Yeah. Daniela, queen, period. Dwight, determined, period. He
Mhm.
is determined. I remember we were talking about in cast assessment, and KaMorian, you mentioned that maybe Dwight wasn't as invested because he was doing other things. I feel like he has shown everybody Don't question his work ethic. He is involved. He is determined. He is committed to this, and he did so. Night one surprised me for him. I was shocked by night one of him, and having the salsa, I thought it was the perfect way for him because he's so tall and she's so short, for them to show that how they move together. I enjoyed the salsa. I think I enjoyed the salsa more than I liked the foxtrot, but I liked it. Yet I loved them both. I thought they did a really good job on the salsa. The foxtrot was really good. I love the fact that she saw a situation, she saw a problem, she fixed it, she gave a solution. She showed him the holds with Pasha so he can see the proper way to hold, and then they figured out how to do that hold with the height difference. And they did the wrist thing, which I was like, genius, so dang smart. Daniela has fought and had the situation before with someone who's definitely tall and she's shorter, and she found a way to make it work. And she did this time around too. I love this for her. I think they did amazing. I think they're going very far into this competition, deep, deep into this competition, because Daniela's a G. She's a G. She just knows what she's doing. And I agree with you, KaMorian. I hope she does never, never, never retire until she's ready. Like, don't you stop being a pro until you're ready to go. When we don't want you in the troop because they didn't find a partner for you. I just want her to be on the show because she's a beast. She's a beast. But scores for night one.
I'm gonna give a 7 for night one, just for this technique. But performance is still a very part of the score. So technique is still 7.
I
Okay.
mean, just he was so much fun that I have to give him an 8.
Eduardo, we are on the same page because
Yeah.
I gave it an 8. I was like, you just had me. You just had me. And for night two,
I kind of say with the 7, but it was
I
still good. It was still good though. It
yeah.
was still good.
I think taking into account like the problem solving that they
mhm,
did,
Yeah.
taking that into account, it's also an 8 for me.
I didn't change. It's also an 8 for me. It's also it's the problem solving. Like you said, it was that just did it for me. Not
Mhm.
changing. The white killed it. Steven with his pro partner Riley. Night one they danced the jive. Night two they danced the paso doble. What do we
Okay.
think?
Mr. Parliament Boy, Rubik's Cube, superhero, Superman. I just adore this person right here. And I am so happy for Riley. This is what happens when you don't have a Harry as your partner. You get to actually show your potential. And she is showing what she probably would have shown her first year, but she got Harry last year. But I was so happy. Like with the drive, I remember when he took his ass up for the drive, like, oh, it's gonna be good. It was good. I would say he kind of was off time, but then once he kind of into it, he kind of back on time a little bit. It was very good. Like his drive was very entertaining. I enjoyed it from the flips to the cartwheels to the stunts and stuff. It was amazing. And then just the footwork could have been better, but still, it was still he was on the beat. It was time. It just he kind of started off time a little bit. It's just scenario with wine, so it happens all the time. But it was still a good job, a good first dance. And then night two, Superman. My I wish they would have actually he actually wore the actual Superman costume, but it's okay. It's all right. It was still fun. Like I would say, it was fun. Like when he was when he was on the floor, was going to play. I was like, okay. But I would say just a little more of the shaping. I think I wish it was more because the past so you gotta have kind of have, like with the footwear is good, but also like there's like shaping and lines that they do in Paso with the partner work with the shaping, and he kind of need to work on that shit more. So I feel like he's gonna get better every week though, but like the commitment is there. It just more on that technique if you just go down on that, but he's improving, and he is really giving more than what Harry gave, and that's a good thing in this case. And plus, he's also one of the favorites so far. So he's definitely making it far. So definitely a lot of room to grow. I'm excited for. I'm so excited for him, and I'm so happy for Riley too. I'm so happy for her.
First things first, I'm just gonna say this. I'm always gonna be biased towards Steven. I'm always gonna be biased. Just get this out of the gate from night one. I'm gonna be biased and I'm probably gonna overscore him a little bit. I don't care. But just Steven is so insane and so fun. And he just, you could see night one that he was constantly thinking about the dance and trying to remember, but he still did a really good job. And I feel this way that I feel about some other people here. I feel like he does better with like faster and like happier dances. I feel like slower dances he still does well. Like the Paso Doble, he did a pretty good job, but clearly it feels like the jive is like the perfect way to introduce him into the dance, and like he did a really good job at it, and it just feels like him. And I feel like once he gets into like more Latin dances, he might be able to really just show himself off really well. But I feel like the Paso Doble, he still did a really good job. He gets into character really well, and he just has fun with it. And I think he flows pretty well, and his shaping is not awful. I think there is some work that needs to be done, especially in the Paso Doble. You could really see that the shaping wasn't perfect, and you could really tell because he was doing so well that
Hmm.
like that those shaping issues were really like visible. But even then, I still loved it. I still love it every single time that Steven is on my screen. I will always love it when he's dancing, and I will always have a fun time.
Absolutely. I loved him. I think he was so great. I thought he had a fun time. I agree with you. I think the faster dances are probably his better dances. I think he I think he did really, really good with the jive. I thought he did really, really good with the jive. I thought he did all right with the paso doble, but it was something about he was moving a little erratic for me in the paso doble instead of the strong male lead that he has to be for the paso doble. I didn't feel that, but I didn't hate it. Didn't hate it at all. I thought it was a good dance. I'm excited for Steven. I think his fans are going to carry him very far in this competition. So he'll be around for a while. Scores for Steven, night one.
9-1 at 7.
Night one, actually, I gave him an 8.
Night one, I also gave him an 8.
Mm.
Period. Night
Mm.
two.
Night 2, I gave him an 8.
Night two, I also gave him an 8.
Night two, I gave him a 7.
Fair.
I thought he was a little erratic. But the judges gave him a 21, 22, and a 43 as a total. Good on Steven. And last but not least is Miss Jen Tran with her partner, Sasha Farber. Night one, she danced the cha cha cha, and night two, she danced the tango.
Jan, I'm sorry. I love you, Jan. I would say, Jan, you're doing a very amazing job. A very amazing job. But I love you, but I don't want the person you're partnering with. So me and you got some beef, Miss Sasha Farber, because first day the cha cha cha, I would say she did a very good job. Despite the thing is, you gotta be real. Out of everyone, she had the least amount of rehearsal. You gotta remember, guys, she was the last minute add on. Like I have seen people being like it's. Let me tell you, it's not the first one. There's been times where people had to kind of fill in at the last minute. Like I remember, like one season, I think the person who was supposed to be in the cast, she broke her hand, and her daughter came in and stepped in for her for the competition, and for so it has happened before. So I would say, Jen did a very good job considering the amount of less rehearsal she had. So for 9-1. It was a good cha cha. I liked it, but I would say she was nervous and it's kind of messed up in the cha cha. But it was still a good quality cha cha. And the tango, I think she did a very good job despite the music issue. I heard it was like a music issue in the beginning, so you kind of tell it kind of shook her a little bit. But it was still fine when she did. But my only issue was, and I'm listening to Mr. Sasha Papa right here. Why did you make her do a cartwheel when it's a tango? Like I understand it's a Great Gatsby because they got the Great Gatsby, the Charleston Field, but for me it's a tango. I don't feel that the cartwheel. It to me, my thing with Sasha Farber is he does like these crazy stuff for dances that are not supposed to for tricks that not supposed to go with the dance. Like the cartwheel with a tango, that is not that does not work for that. I'm sorry, I don't like that, and to me it pisses me off because thing is when Sasha gets good partner. I feel like she's a decent partner. Like, I don't think she's actually a dancer. Cause think she's not really a dancer. Like she took one ballroom class, but she still kind of has like a knowledge. She can still move, but like for me, he gets these good partners, but does not take the advantage of them and gives them choreography that does not match how big their potential is. And I feel it's going that same route with Jen too. I don't feel like Jen is going to improve her dancer at all if you Sasha as a pro don't actually step up to the plate and give her choreography. Actually, give her like some dancing. Like I feel like any like understand like stunt that nothing wrong with that. No one with a sense of levels. Like understand that. But it's to me, like give me quality good dancing. Don't give me the basic 1 2 1 2 1 2 because okay, she's not like any other pro or any other partner that's probably like older, like you could probably do it for. She's a definitely young. I feel like she's a definitely good mover. I see potential in her. Like, I feel like she could be an amazing dancer. I feel like to me she's on Joey's level, but pretty much higher than Joey's level. I feel like she'd be actually better than Joey. All to no shade, just keeping it real. But it's him holding her back, and if he keeps on holding her back, she is not going to approve. It's not. And thing is, it's like we gotta cover it. It's literally Jen and Joey, Bachelor Nation. Cause Bachelor Nation comes through every time. But it's kind of like any day they're gonna come. They're gonna pick like who's gonna be the better person that I want to give my votes to. It's gonna be Jen or Joy because when it gets to it as the weeks go by, it's gotta be either one of them at some point to keep on because you can't keep up with them. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
like he needs to push her more, or she's not gonna get any improvement, and
Absolutely.
it definitely showed in the scores as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jen's biggest issue is Sasha. I feel like Jen just like on the first dance, I felt like Jen danced better than Sasha did, straight up. It felt like she was the pro and he was the newbie. It just Sasha. I said this when we were doing the cast assessment, and I'll say it again. Sasha just is very hit or miss when it comes to choreography because when he hits pretty well. But sometimes he takes some wild swings and he just fails miserably. And I feel like he is like just not taking advantage of the great partner that he has. And Jen is doing so well with with the like not great choreography that she's been given so far. I was gonna bring that up, KaMorian. The fact that she was forced to do a cartwheel on a tango that doesn't make sense. I don't know why Sasha chose to have her do a cartwheel. I saw a joke someone said on Twitter like that Sasha has on his contract a clause that forces him to put a cartwheel on every dance that he makes. And at this point, I believe it. Because what is going on? What is going on with Sasha's like choreo? Every single time, like there's always like a time where Sasha tries something and it goes viral for all the wrong reasons. And I'm afraid that Jen is gonna be one of those victims where she is one of the ones in the meme with
Oh my
the
god,
weird
doesn't take me back to
dancing.
the husband.
Lord have mercy. I feel really bad for Jen because I feel so much potential. And I agree with you, Kamori. Bachelor Nation is gonna have to make a decision at some point. And right now, if you had to ask me who I want to make it farther, I'm
It's
voting for
Joey.
Joey. I'm voting
Hmm.
for Joey. And this is all of Sasha's fault. So Sasha needs to really, just like Glenn, focus on the choreo. Don't do all of this. I also have seen now stuff about him flirting with Jen. I don't care about all that. I don't need that. Focus on coming up with good choreo. Don't take wild swings. Do something that works. Focus on
And
something that works and don't do something wild because we know that it doesn't work for you. We've
And here's
seen
the
it time and time again that doesn't work for you.
And here's the thing, Eduardo, let me tell you, he wasn't supposed to be a pro this season. He was supposed to be a part of the troupe, the background dancers, and was literally given a last minute opportunity with Jen. So the thing is, production and pretty much telling like you're pretty much a background dancer this year. They were giving you the opportunity to kind of give you like make up their minds about how your time in the show is going to keep going forward, and kind of showing them the reasons why they put you down as a pro because of this with
Uh,
Jen.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. We got been a little too harsh on Sasha. I get it. I'm not like the world's biggest Sasha fan, but I think I've been a little too harsh on Sasha for the fact of I don't think they put him down as a pro because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. I just think they didn't have anybody for him. Remember, Jim was not going to be on the show. And Sasha is usually compared to the shorter women because he's a short king. And so he has to be paired with women who are shorter so it matches. So I don't think that's why Sasha wasn't put on the show because they just want to put him in his place and show him like, oh no, 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 you're not giving us anything, so we're going to make you a part of the troupe this season. They just didn't have anybody. And when Jen lost, did the whole thing on the Bachelorette, and that was like, okay, no, she needs to be on the show. Then they were like, well, Sasha, since you are a pro in the troupe, we'll just bring you up because if he didn't come up, it's a couple of guys who were in the troupe now who would have lost their spot. So I'm not gonna give him that. I think night one, I'm going to give him a little bit of grace because they had the shortest time to get their routine together, get their chemistry together, and all of that stuff. So I gave him a little bit of grace for that. Now, night two, I agree. The cartwheel in a tango wasn't necessary. It's never necessary. It's never that deep. You never need to put that in a tango. Um, I think that Jen has a really potential to be a really good dancer. Is Sasha hit or miss choreographers? Yes, absolutely. No lies detected on that. But I think he has he both of them have to get the chemistry to feel it. They got some more time because they didn't get eliminated. I would like to see what they do now moving forward. Now, if it doesn't get any better, after this week and next week or whatever, then I'm like, okay, Sasha, you might need to, yeah, because you ain't giving her what she deserves. Now, if she gets out there and he gives her a really good choreography and she still messes up, then it's on Jen. It's not on Sasha. We can't always blame the choreography and say that it wasn't done properly. It might have been done properly. It might have been good choreography, just not done well. So I know, and some of us we just have our biases against Sasha KaMorian. We know, and that's fine. It's fine. I
More
have my
me and
biases with some people too, so I'm not gonna be giving them the highest praise. But I do think I will give them another week or two to prove themselves and see where they lie. Is it Sasha or is it Jen? Or is it a mix of both? Maybe they just don't connect well on the dance floor, which is possible. They just don't have that good dance chemistry. So we'll see. But night one scores.
For Jen, I'm gonna give her a 7 because she did a very good job. Just the amount of rehearsal that she has gotten for everybody else, so it was still a good example. 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, night one was pretty good, so I also gave her a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I too gave her a 7 for night one. So I think the judges were wrong. Okay. Um, night two scores.
I think she did a very at least decent job, especially with the music, with the issue with the music. What she was given, at least it was still good for me in my book, despite the cartwheel. So it would have been an 8 for me, but that cartwheel deducted points, so it's a 7.
Yeah, there were some things that kept it from growing, so for me, it stayed a 7.
Mm, for me, I kind of agree. I think it just stayed stagnant. It was just the 7. It was what it was. Um, but we still were higher than the judges, so that's something. Uh, but she
Actually, I
got
think. Oh, hold on, real quick. Actually, I think she's the only one who didn't get at least approval for her scores.
no.
Wait, actually, oh,
Eric
Eric.
did too.
Oh
Eric
yeah,
got
Eric.
15 and 15,
Yeah.
and Dwight both got 22s both nights.
Yeah.
So several people they didn't think improved. They just stayed the same, which I'm like,
Mm,
I don't know about that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know about that, but we did talk about it quickly. But eliminated from this double episode was Tori and Anna. I was sad about Tori, could care less about Anna. I was sadder for Ezra than I was for Anna. We talked about that, so we don't have to get into that. We know how we all felt about it. It just whatever. It should have been better. It could have been better. But to Tori, we say we're sad. To Ezra, we say we're sad. To Pasha, we're sad. And that is all. Um, and that's it. Um, Final thoughts on these first two nights of the premiere and night two, because next week we got Soul Train night, which I was very excited about. I was like, woo,
And then
period.
heavy metal night as well. 'Cause it's gonna be 2 nights because
Heavy metal night, Soul
and
Train
this
night.
week they're off. So I would say, yeah, a very good first 2 weeks for everybody. Pretty much, I'm very excited for this season, this cast. But I would say, you know what, guys, you got to break off a week off. But I would say you got at least got more time to actually because it's gonna be 2 dances because it's 2 back-to-back nights anyway of dancing. So they got a lot of time. Just like it's kind of like when it first started with the first 2 dances, the first dance of the first the season. They got like a couple more weeks. So at least good time to match the 2 dances, and definitely I think at least you have at least a good week or so to match both dances, and for at least Tuesday night. So I really do expect. I think the improvement must be shown going
Hmm.
forward, considering the break you guys have. So definitely, so hopefully we do see a lot of improvement from these couples. Cause I'm not even sure how it's gonna. But they might send a couple home the first night and a couple the next night. We never know how a living how living is gonna be like wake up like for those 2 nights. So I'm not sure it's gonna be one person going home after 2 nights, one person going home on Soul Train now, or whatever. Like I'm not sure how the elimination process is gonna go. So hopefully they will improve as for the sake of eliminations and result wise. So, but yeah, I'm excited for Soul Train night. I'm excited for these dances and Heavy Metal night. I'm very intrigued, but I'm excited for Soul Train night. You know, Soul Train, Jackson 5, Donna Summer, all that people. Soul Train, Black culture. I'm excited.
I'm very excited for Heavy Metal Night, especially if Reginald makes it to Heavy Metal Night. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm so excited for it. But seriously, the competition is now heating up. Everyone that's in here really cares about it and is really like is giving it its all. And right now, I think it's really anybody's game. And like I cannot really predict who I think is gonna go home at this point, because I think some people struggle with like the actual techniques, but I think they have the votes, and there's people that I
Hmm.
think don't have the votes but have the technique and therefore could really make it far. So I really don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really excited, but yet again, my one wish is that Reginald makes it to Heavy Metal Night because I want to see that.
Mhm.
I'm excited for both nights. I think it's going to be a joy to watch. And like I said, everybody who's there want to be there. So it's going to be fun. And let the competition begin. I'm ready for it. Soul Train Heavy Metal, bring it on. And with that being said, we are going to get out of here because we have been here for almost 2 hours giving you everything about Dance with the Stars. And guess what? We're going to have a double room night next time too because we have two more episodes to talk about. They're killing us. First week was our fault. Next week is their fault. Or the week after next is their fault. So it's not our fault this time that we're giving y'all a double episode is their fault. Well, and the vice presidential debate, that's their fault. But whatever. It is what it is. It's politics season.
Ridiculous.
We got that. So we'll be back as soon as those 2 episodes drop, and we're gonna be here talking about it, giving our scores and what we think. So hit the subscribe button while you're here on your way out. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss a single video, as well as all of our other podcast links that's in the description below. go subscribe to all of those channels. Follow us on our audio podcast channels and our Patreon. Join our Patreon to get early access and exclusive content. And follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you want to be a perfect 10 like KaMorian is showing, you will follow this channel, period. Um, get your cup merch. Talking about perfect 10s, get your cup merch, the cup mug, and any of our cup merch. And on that note, we're going to say goodnight, y'all. Bye. Cheers. Cheers.